Um, Clueless 50-year-old thinks he can outsmart detective. I have not watched a murder mystery video in so long. Partly because my Discord has been getting on my ass because they um they think that I've gone away from gaming, which I kind of have. I'm not gonna lie, but that's because I don't know. I don't be knowing what games to play. But anyway, this is Clueless 15-year-old thinks he can outsmart detective. Like I said, I have not watched any murder mysteries in a long time. This nigga got a big asshole by his knees on the jeans, and yeah, 15 committing a murder is crazy. Let's get into it.
You're in the house where the car's at first. Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there. What do you think that everyone else is? You're here, okay? You're a part of very serious crimes. You have to be honest about all of it.
My partner talked to your mom, and I believe she's raised you to be an honest person. You take responsibility for your actions. I don't think things went the way you thought they were gonna go, but now is the time to be honest and be upfront.
349, we're gonna need more crews. I'm pretty sure this guy's that driver's shot. Yeah, dude, he's done.
So that's gonna say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Well, this isn't going to juvenile court, buddy. This is an aggravated murder. So that's gonna send me.
When Dayton police
Yes,
received
nigga,
reports
stop
of a
acting dumb.
carjacking
I can't
at
stand
1
when niggas
a.m.
act dumb.
on January 26th, 2022, it seemed like a usual case. However, when
I love this
gunshots
shit so
rang
much.
out in the
This
same
little
part
mic
of the
shit.
city just an hour later, officers quickly realized they were dealing with something far more gruesome. Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed
male?
in
I
an
mean,
assassination
A
style
old nigga? Damn.
murder. With no suspects in sight, investigators tracked the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to a house in southern Dayton View. Believing the two crimes were connected, officers arrested 4 teenagers, including 15-year-old DeTravon Mitchell and 15-year-old Tylen Peaks, who were brought to the Dayton Police Department for
How do you
further
even put
questioning.
yourself in a situation like this?
Tell me how we came into contact with you today, Mr. Peaks. Why are you here?
I woke up and I just seen the SWAT team. Cause my friend woke me up. He said, "Brother, SWAT team was outside." I said, "Why?" He said, "You don't know, bro. You gotta go outside." So that's when me and my friends went outside. And I just ended up here.
Okay, well, let's back way up then, because obviously the day didn't start with the SWAT team. What happened way before you woke up to the SWAT team?
I was chilling.
Where were you chilling at?
I was chilling.
22 a.m.
Who were you there to chill with?
Me and Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And Ray. I just had pulled up and then that's when I got sleepy, so I went to sleep.
Detectives are faced with 2 crime scenes. The first, a carjacking on St. Agnes Road at around 1 a.m. The second, the murder of Brandon Cooper, took place just minutes away on Fergus Avenue. But strangely, it happened almost an hour later. While detectives know that the teenagers have to be involved in the carjacking, since the stolen vehicle was found in their garage, they were now trying to determine whether they also played a role in Cooper's murder.
I'll be frank. Go to sleep. That's not what happened. We expect you to be honest with us because we are honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you, so I prefer that you don't lie to me. When we ask you questions about what happened, know that we already know what happened.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. When they already asking you not specific questions, but like they trying to get like they just trying to put usually they got the what happened. They just trying to see how they know kind of piece together how it happened. They just trying to get a motive. 9 times out of 10, they just trying to get a motive, see where it is. Like, and but I do know that when it comes down to this shit, that a lot of the time, if they already knew it was you, they just know he had something to do with it. But if they already knew it was you, you'll be in handcuffs and you'll be straight on, like no questions, this that, and the third. You like 100%. If they knew they would have hardcore evidence. Either you on video doing it, or they just had hardcore evidence. you wouldn't be getting questioned, gang. But at the same time, them niggas literally they know a whole lot. For you to be getting questioned, they know enough. As simple as that. As simple as that.
I'm seeing if you're gonna be honest with me, and you haven't been so far. And we're right.
And the thing is, they can't fully say what they know. They're not gonna tell him fully what they know. They just know he was put at the scene. He's been there. But they're never going to tell. If those of you who are in the interrogation room, I've never been in one. Just want to make that clear. But they're never going to tell you exactly, like, you know why you're there, but they're never going to come out and tell you exactly what they know and how they know it. They're not. I'm telling you, not. They're going to beat around the bush, but they're not going to come out and tell you.
Beginning, so that's kind of silly, right? So we know that you and Ron and Trey and Ray caught a lift earlier today.
So I don't got no proof I caught no lift. I was at the house, I went to sleep. I ain't catch no lift. I don't even got lift money to catch lift.
The plan was never to pay for it. The plan was to steal a car that's in the garage at the house where you were laying your head. Or where
Wow.
you say you were laying your head. How old are you?
15.
15. Okay.
15
You
years
wouldn't be
old.
the first 15-year-old to sit in that chair.
No.
And you wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to catch adult charges for this kind of thing.
15.
Y'all gonna charge me for it.
We're going to charge you for 2 counts of aggravated robbery and a count of aggravated murder. This isn't the first lift you guys have done. You've probably done 10 of them. Okay? You're going to go get locked up this morning for 2 counts of aggravated robbery. You took 2 cars this morning. And the second one resulted.
They already got the proof, gang. They already got the proof. Stop being dumb. They already got the proof. I ain't gonna lie, 15 is crazy, dog. You know what I was doing at 15? I was watching SpongeBob. I ain't had no girls. I was in there, bro. I was watching SpongeBob. I still watch SpongeBob to this day, nigga. Eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, eating Crustables. Fuck. I was not hanging. I was not no thug, dog. I was not hanging in the streets. That's why y'all chat. I be trying to tell y'all, watch who y'all hang around, bro. Watch who y'all put yourself around, cause this shit right here be happening.
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was.
Why you getting hostile, gang?
What do you think everyone else has been in here and said, sitting in that chair right there?
I don't know what they said. I don't know.
You're right. You don't know what they said, but we know what they said.
Unfortunately for Tylen Peaks, detectives had already spoken with the 3 other suspects, including DeTravon Mitchell, who had opened up to them much more easily. Just
That's the
4
blackest
hours
name I
earlier.
ever heard. DeTravon.
So tell me what happened tonight. How did you guys all get together?
They called me.
Say again.
They called me and asked me to come on.
We're gonna go hit a lick. What was the plan?
We're gonna go hit a lick.
Girls.
All right. So did you find any girls? Yeah. Okay. They just didn't want to hang out. Okay. So at some point you all leave, right? And you go get an Uber. Is that fair? Were you gonna go somewhere? Okay. What was the plan? Just take your car?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay? That's all we want. When they got there,
Right before they lock your ass up.
okay? You remember what kind of car it was? Is it the car that's in your garage?
Yeah.
Probably, or yes? Okay. It's a Subaru, and it was you, Ray, Ty, and Ron. Fair? Okay. Was the plan to always to rob her, or did somebody say something while you were driving, or how did it happen?
Just happened in plain sight.
On the night of January 26, 2022, Tylen, DeTravon, and their friends Ray and Ron had booked a Lyft ride with the intent of stealing the vehicle. Though each suspect had a different story, detectives determined that the ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone at 12:30 a.m., with the armed carjacking taking place.
It's like, do people not know that these phones can literally be tracked anywhere at any time in any way, shape, or form? Like, bro, people are so stupid, bro. These phones will literally track everything, bro. That's why I can't do no Uber, bro. I don't do Uber driving. I don't do none of that shit, bro. That's why you gotta be careful when you got here in these Uber cars and shit like that, bro. When you're Uber driving and when you getting in Uber cars too. But when you doing shit like this, niggas be robbing, bro. Niggas be robbing. That's sick. Look at these hoodlums. Look at all these fucking hoodlums.
It's shortly after, at around 1 a.m.
How many guys were in the car?
I never understood why niggas pose like this. Niggas be
Around 1 a.m.
How many guys were in the car? Two. What kind of guns?
I don't know. It was honestly one was MP9.
Who had that
a MP9.
one? Who else had a gun?
Where they was passing the gun around.
Okay. Do you know who started with it?
And both had
Who's both?
Ty and Ray.
Ty and Ray. So Ty and Ray were kind of passing the other gun around? Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Possible.
Eventually, detectives also broke Tyler
It's like-
Leaks, who admitted to playing a key role in the carjacking.
I have a W.
Why can't you just admit it before,
and
bro?
I spoke
They-
with a TurboTax expert who helped me.
It was me, Ryan, Ray, and Treasure. But I don't know. I just know about the first week. We booked
So
it.
tell us what happened.
We booked the lift, and then we just told her to get out the car. And that's when she got out the car, she started yelling and stuff. That's when we parked the car back in the garage. That's the only thing. That's the only lift I know. I don't know about no murder.
Tell her about who ordered the lift and who was sitting where and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know where the lift.
Did you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive.
Who drove?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You can't do this, Tyler.
This nigga is
This
lying.
man. Who got in the driver's seat?
Ty, I think.
Oh,
Who drove the car?
Ty.
Okay.
While detectives now had
damn. See, that's what I be trying to tell people. You may think these your homies, but as soon as some shit go down, it's just like that. Cause I know what I'm doing. Y'all gonna see me with a 5-core. I'm telling you, bro. If I ever got into some shit, bro, y'all gonna see me with a 5-core meal, 5-star meal. I meant. Y'all gonna see me with the. I'm sitting back eating Zaxby's. I'm eating all type of shit, bro. I'm eating. Y'all gonna see me with the Zaxby's, Bojangles. Y'all gonna see me with the motherfucking Andrew Reese meals from McDonald's. Bro. If I get into an interrogation room, if it's between me and my homeboy, I'm telling you, I'm telling on everybody. I don't care who was involved, even if it's my own mama. I'm telling on everybody. I don't care. I'm be eating good. I'ma have you'll think I'm on like death row or something, bro. Like I'm be eating good for real. I'm telling them it was once niggas starts talking about jail time, this nigga did it. He drove this car, he wore a purple tank top, some tight ass jeans and some blue shoes. Like I'm giving niggas the rundown. I'm not going down for no nigga, bro. I'm sorry. But that's why you gotta pick it, bro. Look at this man's. I'm telling you now. Watch. I can't even say watch who you hang around. Cause at the same time, he doing the right shit. So it's not even about who you hang around, but just know that these niggas who you say, oh we ain't gonna snitch. Nigga, as soon as they sit down in that hot seat, shit hit the fan, it's over with. And he doing rightfully so, because there's no point in lying. They got information. They got enough information to know you had something to do. This nigga and the other nigga had something to do with it.
had enough evidence to believe that DeTravon and Tylen were primarily responsible for the first carjacking. They still faced a much bigger challenge, solving the second crime, as they had a murder victim on their hands. This task, however, would prove itself to be much more difficult than anticipated.
Do you feel bad about what happened? I just told you, add robbery, add murder. You know exactly what
Who did I murder?
name is Brandon.
I don't know who Brandon is.
You
Lying.
have to know somebody to kill somebody, believe it or not.
So y'all trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Look at all these pages. You're not number one, bro.
Damn.
Hey, you can't read them
I'm
out?
not gonna read anything. I don't tell you what I know. You tell me what you did. And that's how this works. I would vet every
I told y'all they not gonna tell y'all what they know, cause that can fuck them up and the whole interrogation progress. I'm telling you, cause they tell y'all what y'all know, y'all can spin that shit. They will never detectives. They will never tell y'all what they know.
that I've ever made in my life. The day Travion, Ty, Ray, and Ron went back out to hit another lick, because that one was fun and that one worked. And then the second one went sideways. Okay? So that's where we're at. You're here. You did grown up stuff.
That's not grown up shit. That's stupid shit. Stop.
We got us a car.
Stop saying that's grown up shit. That's stupid shit. Rather if 12, 8 years old, that's stupid. I don't care. I don't care how old these things is. That's stupid shit. Stop. Let's not put that narrative out there. I get what he's trying to say though, but if you 58 killing somebody, that's not grown man shit. That's stupid shit.
Let's go get another one. Right? Okay, so tell me about that. What was the goal? Get another car? Get some money, okay? Same for
It's
you.
always getting money.
Okay? Everybody sit in the back, everybody sit in the front. Okay. Who all has guns in the car this time?
Same people.
Huh?
Same people.
You and Ty? Or you and Ty and Ray?
I gave my gun to one of them.
Huh?
I gave my gun to one of them.
Which one? Because that's important, you know what I mean? Who'd you give the gun to?
Turn red. The only two that had sticks.
So Ty and Ray both had guns? One of them had yours. Okay? Who said what?
We did the same thing the last time.
Just pull guns on it? So they pull guns on it.
That's tough.
Right? Somebody say, give me the car, get out.
Get out the car.
Get out.
So they just jacking cars. What are they doing with the cars? Are they selling them?
Okay? What happened next?
Got out the car.
All four of you got out of the car?
Get out the car.
But they're still, but
They still in the back.
Ty and Ray are still in the back seat. Okay? And they're the guys with guns. Okay? And they're still in the back seat when he takes off. And how many gunshots you hear?
Two.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution built.
According to DeTravon, Tylen and Ray both stayed inside the car when 2 shots were fired, killing Lyft driver Brandon Cooper. Before the fatal shots, he claimed that he and Ron had already stepped out of the vehicle. Interestingly, Tylen told a nearly identical story, with one key difference. He insisted that he and Ron were the only ones who got out of the car, not DeTravon. Both these stories, however, would soon turn out to be impossible.
I think there's a little bit of mistruth that you're telling me about this second event, okay? And I know what you did, right? And I get it. You put your pole on somebody else and don't put yourself in.
I like the terms this nigga is using. He know all the street terms. You put your pole on someone else. They glad.
Committing this second offense, which you did. Right? No? Come on, man.
I'm telling you the truth.
You've been telling me the truth so far, and I think this is the part where it gets a little hairy because this puts you involved in this man being shot.
To be real with you, just keep it home, running.
Do it.
Shot 3 times.
Huh?
Shot 3 times.
Who shot 3 times? You shot 3 times?
Right. Tyler and Ron get out.
Ty and Ron get out.
Me and Ray stay in the car.
Who has your gun?
Ray.
And then who's got the other gun?
Ty.
Ty has
Tough.
the other gun.
Went to his door and tried to
15 years old.
Ty tried to pull him out the door.
He spread it out.
Where are the parents? And that's a serious question because it's just like, where are the parents, gang? Like, how do you do something like this? Guardian, whoever. I know some people don't have their parents, but still, like,
I'm already shot him twice.
Let's do this. Okay, so stand up. I'm the driver, right? Come over here. I'm the driver, and he's trying to pull him out, right? And he wouldn't.
is this nigga wearing his pants backwards? That's
So
tough.
Ty's trying to pull him out. The door was locked. So Ty can't get in the door. So where is Ray when Ray shoots him?
Ray right here is normal.
Outside of the car. So I'm facing this way, right? So how does Ray shoot him?
He had something like this.
Okay.
Then he shot him twice.
Where did
That's
he get
tough.
the point on my body?
He was right here somewhere.
Okay. So he shot him from inside the car, but hit him in the upper back. Okay. And you were right there.
There's no other bullet holes anywhere in the exterior of the car.
So
There's no bullet holes in the interior. He's got 2 in the back.
2 in his back.
Wow.
Through the seat or anything.
No, his story's bullshit. So, because the car was stopped right at the curb, right at the
Wow.
Okay.
That nigga came in and called it out.
right at
Through the seat or anything.
No, his story's bullshit. So, because the car was stopped right at the curb, right at the intersection.
Okay.
A shot couldn't have been fired after he started to pull away from inside the car because they were already
Wow.
stopped at the intersection. That's right where the casings are.
Both DeTravon and Tylen had purposefully withheld a crucial detail.
Wow.
What's going on, y'all?
When officers arrived on Ferguson Avenue at 2:08 a.m., they pronounced 35-year-old Brandon Cooper dead at the scene. 2 bullet casings were found inside the car, supporting DeTravon's claims that Cooper had been shot from inside the vehicle. However, what didn't add
Wow.
up was the discovery of 2 additional bullet casings outside on the road.
Did shoot this man. We're here, man. Look at me. We're here, okay? I mean, it is what
That's
it is.
tough.
I mean, it's unfortunate. It sucks. It was a terrible decision. But if you shot this man, just tell me you shot this man, man. And so we don't keep doing all this. Okay, I'm gonna keep making notes.
So we can take your ass to jail. That's basically what he's saying.
It's all lies, man. It's all just nonsense.
Alright, I did.
Huh? You did it. Where did you shoot him from?
Twice inside the car, once outside the car.
Twice inside the car, once outside the car. Were there any bullets left in your car, in your gun? Just the way you talked to me, just the way you showed me? Were you on the driver's side by the door or in the middle? In the middle. Twice inside the car, and then you shot like at the car? Or
Yeah,
did you hit him, do you think?
I don't know.
Surprisingly, DeTravon eventually confessed, claiming that he alone was responsible for Brandon Cooper's murder. Although the accounts of what actually transpired on January 26, 2022 varied among the 4 suspects, detectives had an explanation for the key moments. It all began around 12:30 a.m. when a Lyft ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone. Approximately 25 minutes later, as the driver reached a stop sign on St. Agnes Road, DeTravon and Tylen, who were both armed, pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot. They robbed the victim, taking her belongings before Tylen took control of the vehicle and drove it to Anna Street, where they parked it inside a garage. At around 1:40 a.m., just like the first incident, a second Lyft ride was booked, again starting on Oak Ridge Drive. This time, however, it ended on Ferguson Avenue at 1:51 a.m., just 1 street away from the first crime scene. Once again, DeTravon and Tylen played key roles in the robbery. Inside the car, they both pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot with the apparent intention of robbing the victim. When he did not comply, DeTravon fired 2 shots into his back, fatally wounding him, before firing a 3rd round at
That's
the vehicle
tough.
as all 4 teenagers fled. The second bullet casing found outside on the ground came from Tylen's firearm, as he also fired at the vehicle while escaping.
And then these niggas got pictures with the firearm, with the gun just sitting up here. That be blowing me, bro. Cause it's like if you gonna do something like this, why are you taking posing with pictures with this shit, bro? Cause they can dig all this shit up.
9 minutes after the murder, at 2 a.m., surveillance cameras captured the group running back toward Anna Street.
Go to the parking lot, and then we see the police, so we start running. You see police where? Going down the street, like towards where you just came from, like where you shot the guy.
Around an hour later, a SWAT team raided the building after tracking the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to the house where the teenagers had been staying. They were then arrested and taken to Dayton PD for questioning.
Do you feel bad about what happened?
Yeah, I didn't know he got murdered.
Lying,
What did you think happened when he crashed?
He got out.
Did you see him get out?
I told you I ran. I just ran.
Fucking dumbass.
New here at 5, two 17-year-olds are
Oh,
headed to
shit.
prison for murdering a Lyft driver. And in court today, the driver's mother had words for those teens. News Center 7's Mike Campbell joins us live. Mike, lots of emotion at the Montgomery County Courthouse today.
Absolutely, James. DeTravon Mitchell and Tylen Peaks were only 15 years old when Brandon Cooper was lured to a robbery attempt and then shot to death in 2022.
During the trial,
That's tough.
both Tylen Peaks and DeTravon Mitchell were tried as adults due to the severity of their charges. Initially, Tylen pleaded not guilty, but as overwhelming evidence of his involvement surfaced, he later changed his plea to guilty. Similar to DeTravon Mitchell, Tylen was convicted on multiple charges, including murder, aggravated
Now your
robbery,
life thrown in the
felonious
gym.
assault, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and tampering with evidence. Although Tylen was never definitively linked to the fatal shots that killed Brandon Cooper, police records revealed that he had been involved in multiple similar robberies in the days leading up to the murder.
That's tough.
These prior offences proved critical in court. As a result, Tylen Peaks was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison, while DeTravon Mitchell received 25 years to life. Ray and Ron, whose identities were never made public, were tried in juvenile court due to their lesser roles in Brandon Cooper's murder.
To the Cooper family, I want to start off by saying I'm sorry for all the things that I put y'all through. I never meant for anything like that to happen. I'm not the monster they make me.
Yes, you did, bro. Stop. Oh my God.
That I put y'all through. I never meant for anything like that to happen. I'm not the monster they make.
You are a monster, you bro. I don't care what anybody say, bro. This is bullshit. You're not getting any sympathy, gang. You're going to jail, bro. Like you committed a fucking crime. Like I can't stand people.